friends, welcome back to Mrs. F's Finances. My name is Molly, and it's time to set up the March budget. So let's break it down and make sure that I'm going to stay on track of my financial goals this month. So let's do this together. So I have already added all of my bills for this month as well as the paydays, and we're going to highlight from payday to payday as well as the paychecks. All of the paychecks are in green because money. So from the 26th of February to the 11th of March is going to be one color because that will be covered under the same paychecks. So we have teeth, rent, water, internet, and my first credit card. The second payday, let's do blue, is going to be electric, my car payment, teeth again, our loan, my husband's car, my second credit card, insurance, and the cell phone bill. Now these two paychecks are going to go towards April, so I'm not going to add in the bills just yet for those. I apologize if I sound a little bit off. I think I have the start of a head cold, and so my nose is kind of stuffy. But let's get started with the monthly budget for March. We have everything on our calendar. I'm going to zoom everyone in here. So we have my husband's first pay, my first pay, and then our second paychecks for the month. We are expecting $16.50 for my husband. My paycheck's roughly $15.10 every paycheck, so that's nice that it stays relatively the same. And then $12.50 for my husband's second payday, and that equals $5,920. I'm gonna do something a little bit different as far as my setup this time. I'm going to have a bills section, and then I'm going to have a debt section. So we have rent, water, internet, electric, insurance, and then cell phones. So rent is due on the 1st, water is due on the 8th, internet is due on the 10th, and electric is the 13th, insurance the 20th, and cell phones on the 22nd. Going to put a total here. Know what I'm looking at. Maybe, I'm hoping anyway, that this will make it a little bit easier at the end of the month when I'm trying to make sure, or when I'm trying to decipher how much of the income went to bills and how much of it went to debt. At least that's my thought process. So this next section will be our debt section. We have teeth, my first credit card, teeth again, my car, our loan, my husband's car, and the second credit card. And again, we're gonna have the total. So the 1st, the 11th, the 15th, the 15th, 16th, 17th, and 19th. Rent is $17.97. We are budgeting $100 for water, $60 for internet. I'm bumping up the electric bill to $300. Insurance also went up when it renewed, and $465 for the cell phone. So this section is $29.57, and then $109 for both of my teeth bills, $30 for the first credit card, $317 for my car, $172 for the loan, $343 for my husband's car, and $25 for the second credit card. So this section is $1105, and together that is $4,000 $1,062, leaving us with $1,858. And then we're going to move that down here to the next section. And we have groceries, eating out, gas, subscriptions, and then unplanned. We're hoping to stick to that 200 eating out bill. And that way we don't go over like we did last month and have over $300 worth of eating out. $150 for gas. That has increased with my husband going out of town and driving further. We're gonna put more towards gas since we also noticed that that went up as well. $50 for subscriptions and $0 for unplanned. So this section is $1,000, leaving us $858. And then we have dog tags and car tags. That is $175 and $53 to keep us on track. So this section is $228, leaving us $630. And we are going to be paying off this first credit card. And then we have managed to rack up more debt on the other credit card with all of our subscriptions. So that will be $168, and that totals $630. So we will not have any extra to savings. All right, so now that we have the monthly spread, let's go into each paycheck. So we will start with both of our paydays. Hello again, friends. I know the last clip cut off unexpectedly and the setup might look a little bit different. It is a different day. I had to go pick up my daughter from school yesterday. She had an after school activity and then dinner, and then I was not feeling well. You can probably still hear my voice. I am still not feeling well, but here we are. Hashtag mom life, hashtag getting it done. So we're going to get through this first paycheck. I was able to complete both of our paydays. I'm just going to write paycheck number 1. So we are going to split up just like we did for the monthly overview into the paycheck overview. So we have rent, water, internet, and that is on the 1st, the 8th, and the 10th, and $17.97, $160, and that is going to total $19.57. And then our debt section is my teeth bill and the first credit card. First and the 11th, 109 and 30. So this total is 139, and this total section right here is 2,096. The total for this payday was $31.60, and that would leave us $1,064. So we will move down to the next section. We have groceries, eating out, gas, subscriptions, and then unplanned. We have tried to reduce our grocery and split it with the eating out, and we do not want to spend more than $100 for the next 2 weeks of eating out. Gas for the next 2 weeks will be $75, subscriptions $25, and $0 to the unplanned. So this section will total up $500, leaving us $567. Next section, $567. We have dogs and cars. We're gonna put 78 for dogs and 27 for cars. And that will total out to $105 with a leftover of $462. And that is exactly what it will be to pay off credit card number 1. So now that this first credit card is paid off, we aren't quite sure how we're going to use that. Again, I am looking at starting a side hustle, and it will probably include cash stuffing envelopes. I'm looking at making savings challenges as well as reusable teller slips and reusable weekly grocery lists as well as meal planners that will be laminated, and that way they can be reused over and over again. I'm in the process of creating the designs, and that way I can start a Shopify and Etsy and Pinterest and all of that. So there will be nothing for savings, and then our total inflow for this first paycheck is $31.60. So now that we have that, we are going to go over here to our envelopes, and we are going to do dogs and cars, 78 and 27, groceries, and eating out. So this section totals up to $505. We have 100s, 50s, 20s, 10, 5, and 1. So for this one, it will be 150, 120, 1, 5, and 3 ones. This will be 20, 5, 7, and then 3, 1. So this will be 4, 1, 2, 0, 2, and 5. All right, so now that we have our cash envelopes, we are going to move on to paycheck number 2. So my husband's pay and my pay, $12.50 and $15.10. That will total $2,760. And we will split up bills again and debt. So we have the electric bill, insurance, and the cell phone bill. Those are due on the 13th, the 20th, and the 22nd. $300, $235, and $465. And that totals $1,000. And then we have our debt section, which will be my teeth, my car, the loan, my husband's car, and my second credit card. Those are due on the 15th, 16th, 17th, and 19th. So 109, 317, 172, 343, and 25. And that totals $966. So this section, $1966, leaving us with $794. And again, groceries, eating out, gas, subs, and unplanned. And that will stay the same from the last paycheck. leaving us with $294, $97, and $29, and that equals $126, leaving us $168, and $168 will go to my second credit card. All right, so now that we have all of that, let's go back over here to the cash section, and we have the dogs, the cars, groceries, and eating out. Two 20s, 1 5, and 2 1s. This will be 120, 1 5, and 4 1s, and then we have 3 100s and 1 100. 4 1 3 0 2 and 6. So that is my budget setup for March. If you're budgeting this month, let's stay accountable to each other. Don't forget to like and subscribe, comment below, and follow for more budgeting reviews. I appreciate everything that you guys have been saying in the comments. It's been very sweet and very encouraging. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.